All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, I have about 15 minutes to explain something new, so I'll try to keep it as sharp and as accurate as possible. Club Ethis stands for Ethical and Islamic. It's an amalgamation, a combination of ethical and Islamic. And what we do is essentially crowdfunding of real estate developments with social impact, right now focused on Indonesia. So we've been around for about 20 months, and thus far we believe we have a proof of concept that's quite strong. So what we did was, how it all started was, we identified a few problems that we believe our platform has the ability to solve. So on one side, we have consumers, and on the other side, we have deals. Because as a platform, we need to work on the ecosystem. And on each side, we identified two problems. And the first problem that I want to highlight to everybody here is about real estate. Everybody wants a piece of the real estate action, but unfortunately, due to the high capital involved, the wealthy monopolize real estate. So this is one issue that we have identified. The next problem is that, especially in Singapore, maybe in Malaysia there are many options, but in many countries, Muslims lack innovative, interesting, direct investment opportunities into the real economy. On the deal side, in Indonesia, there is an extreme shortage of housing. Government estimates 15 million homes shortage. And this is growing every single year. Developers are not able to fulfill the demand of the market, so every year it becomes more and more. The second issue is underproductive wakaf assets. Indonesia has more than 1 billion square meters of unproductive wakaf, and although the land may be worth millions, it's still dependent on charity. So that is something that we find to be a huge problem that needs to be solved. So what we've done is that we've taken real estate crowdfunding, we've combined it with Islamic finance, and hiding behind this image is trusted developers and contractors in Indonesia. So we combine a concept called real estate crowdfunding that is proven in the West. We implement it using Islamic finance principles, and we work with strong counterparties in Indonesia. So the solution is what we have come up with right now. You invest and contract directly with a Singapore-owned licensed Indonesian developer in Indonesia. The other part of the solution, because we are Sharia compliant, we do not give guaranteed returns, but at the same time, people are averse to risk. So what we have done is that we have structured the entire flow. The whole ecosystem is set up such that the buyers are there. The source of funds for the exit is predetermined and fixed before we even start crowdfunding. So based on this format, we're actually able to fulfill projects, give payouts in less than a year. And of course, the most awesome, the most interesting impact of all is the social impact. In Indonesia, you can stretch your dollar with just $100,000. We can actually build homes for 150 people based on the concept that we have structured so far. As for Wakaf, what we're doing is that we are bridging the gap between the large institutional investors and Wakaf through crowdfunding. All right, so in a nutshell, let me summarize why Club Ethis, what's special about what we do. We have these unique ingredients that create something that's both sustainable as well as very compelling. We are based in Singapore and Malaysia. Our Kuala Lumpur office is just opening right now. Secondly, we are focused on Indonesia for our projects, which is the top real estate market in Southeast Asia. Our real-world projects are short-term, and the last point here is our social impact. So based on these four ingredients, we believe we have come up with a winning formula. Will this make money? Well, inshallah, yes. Our platform fee averages right now at 7.7%. In our first year, we broke even. In 18 months, right now, it's about 20 months, we've done about $2.5 million US. So proof of concept is very clear. Our target market, of course, naturally would be Muslims. And this is a snapshot of our current our website if you were to go online. We have done 6 projects. Out of them, 2 have already paid out, 2 are already funded, and 2 are ongoing. And we have 2 more in the pipeline. So these are pictures. We regularly have trips. We go to Indonesia together. We bring our crowdfunding community to view the projects, to engage in the projects, to meet the people that we are building homes for. The media has been quite friendly to us. They have featured us quite a number of times. And we get involved in a lot of projects, a lot of events. We were invited to Scotland. I just came back from India yesterday. I'll be going again to Bahrain and thereafter to London. So because maybe we are the first Sharia-compliant real estate crowdfunding platform in the world, based on that, we hope to inspire more platforms to also set up and open up, whether working with us or so-called in competition, it doesn't matter. Right? We are very collaborative. We work with Co-Assets, which is currently the largest real estate crowdfunding platform in Asia. We work with Swiss Crowd, which is the largest real estate crowdfunding platform in the world. Of course, we have lawyers in our team who ensure that whatever we do is above ground. Yeah, so right now, what we are doing, we are at the stage of scaling up. Proof of concept is there, market traction is there, the format, the project, the structure is all ready. All we need now is to grow. Right? So we are looking for $300,000 seed funding to enhance our technology, corporate governance, and set up our base in Kuala Lumpur. And we have some projections here, targeted projections here. And these are our partners. You can see we have one of my partners over there, Abdul Rahman. Ronald is over there. Some of us are not in Kuala Lumpur right now. So we have different competencies and we come together to create this platform. All right? So, short and sharp, in a nutshell, we do real estate crowdfunding development. Our crowdfunding community, which is about 1,000 people strong, invests directly in projects in Indonesia and have a share of development profits. And these projects have a strong social motive. And at the same time, these projects are structured in a way that the exit is defined. Essentially, the money comes from Islamic banks in Indonesia that take over our project and allow us to exit in less than a year. So that's all I have for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we'd like to open up the floor for questions.
Any questions?
Yes, the lady in white.
Where do your
Hello?
investors mostly come from? Are they outside of Indonesia and countries where you are based in? Or
Yes. We have about 1,000 people in our community right now. Signing up is free. I encourage you to sign up. But at the same time, we are global. Most of our investors are in Singapore and Malaysia right now. Increasingly, we're getting more investments from the Middle East and Australia, and even from as far away as London. Yeah, so yeah, there's no limit. It's an online platform, so it spreads quite fast. Our growth has been purely organic. We have not spent money on marketing. So based on just word of mouth and social media, we have accomplished what we've done so far. Thank you for your question. I hope there's more. Any more questions?
Assalamu alaikum, I'm from India.
Welcome, salam.
And I wanted to know your suggestions about countries which do not have access to Islamic banks. For example, there are no Islamic banks or Sharia-compliant financing institutions. So where should they, consider attracting finance from?
Yeah.
What are your suggestions?
Okay, thank you for your question. I just came back from India, and they don't have Islamic banking over there or Islamic finance per se. No disrespect to the Islamic finance industry, but the Islamic banking industry, but I feel that this is the future. Right now, we are trying to supplement the banks, and the banks are quite forthcoming. But even without the banks, this is a system that I believe is sustainable and scalable. Right? Community funding community, people funding people, connecting directly through technology. It can definitely be implemented in India. We have, or any other country for that matter. A lot of people are coming to us, asking us to set up over there, but we can't do everything at one time. So we hope more people will come forward, work with us, or set up your own platforms and create the ecosystem together.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Well, on that note, I'd like to thank Umar for his time on stage. And if you would like to engage with Umar, he's going to be around off stage. Thank you so much, Umar, for
Thank you.
sharing Club Ethis with us.